I'm coming at you from Berrien County, Michigan today. I'm at the Madeline Bertrand County Park. Today is April the 2019. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Suburban Hiker checking in on day 9 of my 500-mile walk. Getting ready to check in at the visitor center, get a map, pay my entrance fee, and hike some trails. Map my walk shows 0 distance, 0 duration. Let's start this workout. Quickly approaching the visitor center. I've only been to this park officially one other time. I'm interested to see what all it offers. Got green, yellow, and red trails for hiking. Just leaving the visitor center. That guy was really cool. He only charged me $3 instead of $5. I was honest with him and let him know I was an out-of-county visitor. But he said the guard shack's not open, so they only charge $3. Trail signs. And this is cool too. Dog walkers. It's the rule. Leash up, pick up. They even have bags so you can pick up after your dog. That's important. I'll talk about that a little bit. Right away we're walking by a horseshoe pit. There was a playground, you noticed. They have volleyball poles. Eventually they put a net up and they have volleyball in another horseshoe pit. So here's a map of the park. We're standing right in this area, just on the backside of the visitor center. I'm going to take the green trail that runs the outskirts of the park all the way around the outside. And that trail length is approximately 2.2 miles. Whoa, blown away. So here we are, day 9 of the 500-mile walk. This is mile number 26. I'm not sure how many miles I'm going to go today. I'm not really limited on time too much. Got a couple hours, so I might just walk until that time is up and see how many miles I get. I decided to do some trail hiking today for a couple reasons. One, it's awesome to be out on the trails in the woods. 2, like most spring days, it's a breezy one. And of course, the woods helps cut down on the wind on the microphone for the camera. To be honest, I'd rather walk in the woods every time, but I can't always make that happen. Time scrunches, things to take care of, stuff to do. So I have to get my steps in when I can. And if I have to walk in a subdivision or in town, some urban hiking, well, I'll do that too. just to be outside, that's good enough. Just being outside is good enough. But being in the woods, being in nature, you know, that's pretty much, that's the pinnacle for me. Here's a cool vine. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it starts twisting. How cool is that? It's twisting around itself as it climbs up. See that? Before I start too much with all my chatter, let me say thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for checking out this video. Go ahead and drop a like if you like the video. Leave some comments, ask me some questions. That stuff's really important. I'll explain some of that in today's video. Talk to you about it, some of the stuff I'm dealing with and facing, trying to get these videos done, completed and uploaded. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell to get notifications. I'm gonna try so hard to upload daily, but that might not happen. I'm gonna do my best. I'll explain more of that too. But take the time now to go ahead and subscribe to the channel before you forget, before you click away. Ask some questions, some comments, all that good stuff. Heck yeah. I am having a fantastic time vlogging my hikes and walks. I really appreciate you guys following along. As I mentioned, I want to do this every day. I want to upload every day. But that gets tricky because of technical difficulties. Some of the technical issues are user error, my fault. Some of it's out of my control. YouTube is a fantastic platform for making these videos and taking them public. They constantly upgrade their services to make things easier, but that creates a little bit of problem for people like me because everything changes pretty frequently and you have to figure out how the new features work, how to get around them. So that slows me down sometimes. I uploaded a video yesterday. Took over an hour to upload, which is fine. You know, I had stuff to do. I let it do what it was doing while I was getting dinner ready. But then, after the upload was complete and the processing got to 96%, it informed me that the file was too big. Now, I had already titled the video, had already come up with a fantastic description for the video, set all the meta tags, done all the preparation, and the file was too big. However, it also informed me that I could upload that larger file size if I verified my account. And if I verified my account by clicking a specific link, I wouldn't have to re-upload the video. I would just have to activate it. Heck yeah! I didn't think I would have to verify the account because I have a verified account for my other channel, but it didn't transfer over. So I clicked the link, verified my account, everything worked the way it was supposed to. However, there was no link to activate the video. There was only one functioning link and it said delete. So now I'm about an hour and 45 minutes into trying to upload just this one video. Remember, I'm going to try to do this every day. So I delete the video, re-upload the video for another hour and however long it took, and redid everything. And that's just one video, and that's just one technical error that I face when I'm trying to make these videos. Of course, another technical error, this one was my fault, as I'm trying to keep these videos organized as I edit them. I create new folders and put all the data in there. I lost 7 videos that I had already edited and made when I moved them to a new folder. Well, crap. Fantastic. I spent several hours editing those videos and I lost it. Fortunately, I have a super genius for a girlfriend. Wait a minute.
4 seconds per mile.
We just went a mile. Whoa, what was I shooting? Shooting the sky. Crap, I got to talking too much. We already covered a mile today. Dang it. I totally missed it. Maybe you can see it on the screen there. What? 1 mile. 26 minutes. I need to pick up the pace. Man, so that makes this mile number 27. How cool. Heck yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, my super genius girlfriend. She's pretty well versed with computers and such. She managed to show me how I could retrieve the data and correct the errors of my ways. And I was back in business. But again, that's just an example of how things go wrong as I try to prepare these videos and get them ready. I do the best I can, and I really hope I can do this every day. We'll see. Now, this is a pretty cool park. If you go to my day 4 video, I do believe it is, and I am at St. Patrick's Park, and I talk about the backstory between St. Patrick's Park and Bertrand Park. Although in the video I kept calling it Bertram. It's Bertrand. St. Patrick's Park and Bertrand used to be one park at one time. And the bigwigs in charge couldn't quite see eye to eye on how to manage the parks, so they split off. Bertrand Park seems to be much more natural for one reason or another. Maybe it's because we're up in Michigan. I know it's not that far, you know. I mean, they were connected. But there's a lot more undergrowth in this area here in Bertrand Park. And it just looks more natural. Whereas St. Patrick's Park seems to be a little more manicured, if you will. This park offers a lot of services. They have horseback trails, of course winter trails and skiing and such. They have disc golf, and for those of you who don't know what disc golf is, ultimately it's golf using frisbees on a course that goes through the woods. It's pretty cool. I've not played it more than once or twice, but it's a neat idea. Maybe I'll try and get some video footage of the disc golf course here. You ought to check it out. Bertrand Park is located right on the state line between Michigan and Indiana. It's one of the county parks. Google it, you can find it online easily enough. Unfortunately, there are no trail maps for the Berrien County websites, so you have to come here to see it in print. But it's definitely worth it. You got a little bench. Another issue I'll be facing pretty soon, and this is like the worst thing ever for me, and those of you who really know me, you'll understand. I'm gonna have to go back to work real soon. I'll probably be back working by the time you see this video. Work is of the devil. At least working for other people. I'll make an entire video about that someday. I'm not a fan of working for other people. Hey, check it out. Let me flip this camera around for you. This is a basket in disc golf. There are points and pads laying around, and you throw your frisbee through the woods and try to get it to land in that basket. It's a pretty cool game for sure. The trails across the disc golf course here and there. Here's one of the pads. I suppose it would be similar to the tee off in golf. There we go. Anyhow, enough of the disc golf. I'm not overly familiar with the game, and I don't play golf. I'd rather just go for a hike in the woods. But that's just me. If you're a golfer and that's what you enjoy, well, you have at it. You have a good time doing that. Anyways, back to work. When I go back to work, that's going to really cut down on my time that I have to edit videos. Oh, check this out. Hang on a second. Okay. I'm standing at the top of a ravine. That's probably 70, 80 foot down. This part of the park runs alongside the St. Joe River. Little marshy area down there. Anyways, like I was saying, going back to work is really going to cut into the amount of time that I have to dedicate to editing and preparing the videos. I'll have time to get the walks in. The walking is what takes the least amount of time. I can do that in an hour. I can get 3 miles in an hour. But so far the editing seems to take about 3 hours per 1 hour of video. Whoa, going downhill. You know, I also mentioned in that video when I was at St. Patrick's Park, or no, yeah, I was at St. Patrick's Park 2 days ago, and I mentioned the stream had a sandy bottom. I am noticing the ground here at Bertrand Park is much sandier than it is at St. Patrick's Park. Michigan seems to have such a sandier soil than Indiana does. Now I'm down closer to the marshy area. You see it down there. I'm probably about 10 or 15 foot above it. Now we're going to descend a little closer to the marshy area. You see a little footbridge up here. It's going to take us across. Really neat trails here. They're well marked too. Very well marked. I wonder if the frogs are coming out yet. It's not quite warm enough. It's only 55 degrees today. I bet another 5 degrees they'd probably come out. I'm sure if you've watched my other videos, and even if you haven't, if this is the only video you've watched so far, I'm sure you have figured out by now that I'm not overly skilled at editing videos. I'm not trying to be George Lucas, Steven Spielberg. I'm just trying to make some cool vlogs, clear my mind, running through my thoughts, walking through the woods. And I thought maybe you guys would want to follow along on some of that too, because this is some cool stuff. A lot of oak leaves on the ground here. Oak tree. Anybody remember that? Oak tree. If you can tell me the artist who wrote that song, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Oak tree. I know who it is. One of my favorite artists. Wrote some cool songs. Here's some cool stuff. I'm standing above the St. Joe River, probably about 10 feet above it, looking down. And this is some of the erosion. Trees falling in and over on the riverbank. The river rises up quite a bit occasionally, and you get erosion. Cool stuff. This tree's not sure what it wants to do. Well, it has clouded over. That much I can tell for certain. The wind has picked up considerably, but I don't know if that's because I'm on the river's edge and there isn't a grove of trees as a line of defense. I'm gonna go ahead and stop videoing for a while until maybe I'm off the river and the wind is baffled as I go through the woods a little farther. There's a lot of blowdown. I've mentioned in several of the videos, a lot of the blowdown in this area come from storms that came through here 10 to 12 years ago. High winds, tornadoes. Although this stuff, some of this looks pretty fresh, like this. And we have some more over here. Broken trees. Of course, being on the edge of the river, as this is, it's highly susceptible to higher winds because that river is wide open. All right, now I'm hiking up a little incline. It's almost designed like a switchback so that you don't have to walk straight up the hill. It just runs along the side of it, gradually increasing in elevation. I mentioned earlier in the video about commenting and leaving questions, liking the video, sharing it. All that stuff is really important in making a YouTube channel successful. The more interactivity there is on a video, the more it shows up in the feeds of other people. Another hiker. That's about the 10th hiker I've seen today. And of course, like everybody, I'm hoping to have a very successful channel. I'd love to be able to keep making these videos for a long time. I have a lot of cool ideas, other avenues to go with these videos, and not just vlogging daily. I want to do more in-depth camping videos, backpacking videos. I have some ideas. Hiking with friends, walking with friends, and I'd like to capture some of that on video. That's why it's important to get interaction with all my friends here, because that helps the video succeed. I mean, let's face it, there are just millions and millions of videos on YouTube, even more on the whole World Wide Web. So go ahead and like the videos, subscribe to the channels. People you like to watch, follow on YouTube. It's not hard to support them. All you have to do is subscribe. Hey, look at this. Got a shelter. Oh, wind's kicking up again. River shelter. Got firewood stacked up here. How cool. An outdoor fireplace. Stack of wood. Picnic tables. There we go, look at this. Madeline Bertrand Park. Wah, wah. No alcohol in park. $100 fine. Strictly enforced. You heard it. A couple grills. I have an overlook here on the river. Sorry about the wind. Nice little bench. Well, we're up there a little ways. Probably 20 foot above the river. Here's across the river. What do you think? Can you tolerate the wind? We'll walk upstairs and see what we see. And here we go. Even windier up here. There's the park. Some more horseshoes. Volleyball courts. Well, you want to have a little family get together, this would be a good spot for it. There's the observation deck we were just on. Well, that wind seems to pick up just as I want to face it. I'll climb back down the stairs here. Video go just in case I slip the ball. Make a fail video. How's that sound? Check this out. Want to read your hot coals? Put them in the hot coal pot. That's not for doo-doo. No pooping allowed in there. Gosh darn it, I just missed another mile. 2 miles, see that? 2 miles. Oh my goodness, I'm getting to chatting too much. I'm not paying attention. I promise, I'm gonna keep closer eye on it. We'll get the next miles. So that was the end of mile 27. Leaving me with 473 more miles to go, which isn't very many miles really. I mean, if you look at the nearest planet, they don't even go by miles. They measure that distance by light years, don't they? Or is that too close? Somebody who knows, tell me. Leave a comment and question. Another bench on the river. So anyhow, 2 miles down so far today. Heck yeah! Of course, when it comes to a successful video, technology is so far advanced. The mathematical algorithms that are utilized are astounding, and they take into account so many variables. They even track viewing habits on videos. If a video is paused It tracks where it's paused, when it's paused, how long it's paused, if it's rewound, if parts are watched over again. That has an effect on the variables in the algorithms. All that stuff affects how successful a video can be. And occasionally, out of the blue, for seemingly no reason, a video will go viral. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I know there's a lot of issues between Facebook and YouTube, or actually Google that owns YouTube. They don't cooperate. Facebook really likes to hide YouTube videos. You can post a video, but it won't show up in anyone's news feed. You can post over and over and over. And it's kind of disheartening when that happens. Because a lot of people don't really have a YouTube presence, and they're using Facebook for their social media. And Facebook blocks people from seeing other aspects of your social media. So yeah, when it comes to YouTube, and you really want to support your friends or the creators that you enjoy, go ahead and click like, subscribe to their channel, leave some comments, questions, and if you really want to help them, don't skip the ads. Watch the ads. It takes 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. That's very beneficial to the YouTube creators. And it doesn't take that long. All you have to do is sit there. How hard is it to just sit there and watch an ad? It's really hard because I skip them all the time. I get it. Sometimes you just want to get to the content. Well, this weather sure has changed. It was nice and sunny when I got here. Now it's really clouded over and the wind has picked up. I am back in the thick of the woods and I can feel the wind and hear it too. Although it's not as bad as when we were on the river. Sadly, the sun was supposed to be coming out around 3 o'clock, not going away. Hope it doesn't rain on my bald spot. Oh well, weather change. I guess that's just how it happens in the springtime, right? Heck yeah. A little bit of fur here on the ground. Something went awry for somebody. Cool. And in there we have fur and bones. You see that? Let me see if I can zoom in a little on that. Rib cage, spine. I'm thinking that the fur we just saw on the ground has something to do with that. Alright, let's do a little trail map update. I said I was going to start here, which I did. I was going to take the green and go around the outskirts of the park, which I did, except I decided at the last minute to go counterclockwise. Whoa, sorry about that. Wind is kicking up. So I went counterclockwise through the park, and I have already looped one time. So I went all the way around the loop, and I just crossed this road again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue the loop. I'm going to pick up the red trail around the disc golf, and I'm going to cut through here this time to get back and see what that path looks like. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. I don't want to walk along the river again any more than I have to, because that was just too windy. My ears are getting cold. I should have wore a hat. I was telling the truth about my ears getting cold. When I'm in the wind on the river there, you get cold. I didn't wear a hat today. I didn't really. When I left the house, it was nice and sunny and 55 degrees. Now it's not so nice and sunny, and I'm not even sure that it's still 55 degrees. But when that wind starts kicking hard, my ears get a little chilly. The rest of me's kind of sweating because I'm warm. I have 2 shirts on. It's only 55 degrees, but when I'm moving, I'm staying warm. Oh my goodness, the technical difficulties, they're happening on the trail. I just filmed a fantastic piece as I completed mile number 3 for today, the end of mile 28. I even talked about what a disservice it has been that I've missed these all day to you guys. And then I miss it. I didn't hit record. At least I hope I didn't hit record. I don't know. It's driving me crazy. I'm gonna have to go back and check the footage and see what's recorded and what's not recorded. Dang it. Anyhow, that was the end of mile 28. I am now going into mile 29 of 500. I mean, heck yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. But what a disservice it is to you, my loyal followers, who are anxiously awaiting the completion of these miles to celebrate in unison with me. I'm out here celebrating all by myself in the woods. Oh my goodness. And there we have a disc golfer in their natural habitat. Throwing discs. Out of bounds. You don't want your disc to come out past this point. All your friends will call you Tarzan, swinging through the woods. There I am on the red trail, running alongside a ravine. It appears to be about 40 foot down. I don't know if you can see how steep that is, but it's pretty steep. Running through the thick of the woods. Man, I'm so disappointed that I missed mile number 3. All because I forgot to hit record. At least I hope I forgot to hit record. I won't know until I got home. I do know it didn't record it because when I hit stop, well, it started recording. Right, we got a little bit of steps to go down here. They're pretty cool. I always like when they put steps in on these trails. That way people who can't get around so well can still get around. And now we're down the ravine into the marshy area I was just showing you. And here's a little bridge crossing over a slow running brook or a stream or a creek. You'll know what I'm talking about if you saw yesterday's video. I suggest that you do. This winds its way through and ends up in the St. Joe River. And we have a set of stairs going up. Cool. Funny thing about those guys I just had on video, they were searching the woods for their disc. A little windy. You get that disc too high in the air, the wind takes it off into the woods. Or old boy just had a noodle arm and doesn't know how to throw a disc. Either way, he was out of bounds. Looks like the sun's trying to fight its way back through the clouds. Although I don't suspect it will be successful. I don't know if it's supposed to, I don't think it's supposed to rain for a couple more days. I don't know. Either way, sun or not, still an awesome walk. It's a fantastic park. I suggest it to you and your family. They have some pretty cool playground stuff here too. I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I had only been here one time officially. We've been in here through by way of St. Patrick's Park, but we didn't walk the trails because we didn't have a map and we didn't know what was what. We just made our way around a little bit and then found our way back out. It really is a different park though, considerably different than St. Pat's. They're both really cool, but they're not the same. I'm keeping a close eye on the mileage tracker. I don't want to miss out on the end of mile number 4. I want to make sure we get it. After that mile, I'm going to head back to the house, call it a day. Need to get home, get back to editing, get back to processing some videos and uploading. That upload time is a killer. I think what I like so far the best about these trails is they snake around a lot. There's a lot of loop-de-doo, a lot of back and forth, side to side. It's not just straight paths. It's pretty cool. This seems to be working out pretty well. I'm at 3.98 miles, and I do believe I'm getting pretty close to where my car is. So we ought to wrap up about the same time. Hit 4 miles and be right near the car. This time we're getting it. It's almost there.
Total distance 4 miles. Total time 1 hour 36 minutes and 9 seconds. Split pace 21 minutes 5 seconds per mile.
Kapow! There you go. That's the end of mile number 4 for the day. Mile 29 out of 500. How cool is that? 471 more miles to go. And I see the visitor center. And I see my car. We'll get back to the car, do a wrap up, and we'll call it a day. Map my walk shows 4.11 distance. 1 hour, 38 minutes, 14 seconds of walk time. And thus concludes, hang on, don't hang up, don't go. What's up, Suburban Hiker? Thanks for hanging out with me on day 9, 4-mile walk. Yeah, 29 miles in on my 500-mile walk. Don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel. Comment on the videos, ask some questions. And check back tomorrow and we'll do it again. Thanks so much.